opposite to this. So divergent is nothing but here also we have to find the limit, but if we are getting that limit value is positive infinity or negative infinity, based on that we'll say that that is divergent. Simply we'll say that suppose I am taking the example is here it is having limit n tends to infinity n, this one. So what we'll get infinity, right? This is nothing but simply we'll say that positive divergent. If suppose it is having minus n, that is minus infinity, then we'll say that there is negative divergent. So divergent classified into two types. One is positive divergent, another one is negative divergent. So positive divergent is nothing but whenever n is approaches to infinity, the sequence is approaches to a positive infinity, then we call that is a positive divergent. Whenever n is approaches to infinity, the sequence is approaches to a minus infinity, that is negative infinity, then we'll say that that is negative divergent. That only here divergent. Convergent is nothing but unique one and finite one, and divergent is nothing but infinity. That may be positive or that may be negative. That only here we wrote. See here, a sequence which is not convergent is called a divergent sequence. Which is not convergent, obviously we'll say that that is divergent. That only we wrote the definition here. Limit n tends to infinity, Sn is equal plus or minus infinity. And divergent sequences are classified as sequences four types. One is divergent to positive infinity, diverges to negative infinity, oscillating finitely, and oscillating infinitely. So total four types. So that is nothing but here it is. First one, positive infinity is nothing but what we said. Whenever sequence Sn is approaches to infinity, sorry, n is approaches to infinity, the sequence also approaches to infinity. If it is plus positive infinity, if it is minus negative infinity. That only we said example here, the sequence Sn where Sn is equal to n. Obviously what will get infinity, right? So that's why this is a positive infinity. And next minus infinity is nothing but when approaches to minus infinity. Okay, so here the example is minus n square. See here, minus n square. Same like this, limit n tends to infinity, you can find minus n square. If you substitute the limit in place of n as infinity, then what will get? Minus infinity square. Obviously minus infinity. So for that simply we call this is a negative infinity or negative divergent. Okay, positive divergent and negative divergent. Next, oscillating finitely and oscillating infinitely. So what it means? A sequence Sn is said to be oscillate finitely if sequence Sn is bounded and not convergent. Okay, bounded a wall, but that should not be convergent. Simple example, minus 1 whole power n is a sequence oscillating finitely. Why? Because it is having bounded, right? But is it convergent? No. Why? Because here it is 9. First, if you write the sequence, what will get? 1 minus 1. 1 minus 1. Like that. It is bounded. Why? Because bounded below existed and bounded above existed. Obviously, we'll say that bounded. But for saying convergent is nothing but that should be unique one and finite one. But here we are getting as how many values? Two values we are getting. 1 as well as minus 1. Based on the values of n, we are getting as Sn is equal to minus 1 as well as plus 1, right? Minus 1 plus 1. So that's why this is not convergent. Okay, simple one thing. So convergent is nothing but that should be only one value and that value should be finite one. Okay, so that's why oscillating finitely in the sense bounded, but it is not convergent. So that's why here example this is. So a sequence Sn does not to a limit as n tends to infinity. So it is not a unique one. Minus 1 existed as well as plus 1 existed. So that's why simply we'll say that it is oscillating finitely. And next, oscillating infinitely. Next one. A sequence Sn is said to be oscillating infinitely if sequence Sn is neither bounded nor divergent to positive infinity, plus or minus infinity. So here it is if you are taking that. So simply if you are taking that, so what about the sequence we are getting? Minus 1, 2, minus 3, 4, minus 1. It is not bounded. Why? Because we can't say that bounded above as well as bounded below. As well as this is not a divergent. The sequence is unbounded. It diverges neither positive infinity nor minus infinity. Both should not be existed. Why? Because there it is having minus 1 whole power infinity. So minus 1 whole power infinity into infinity. Okay, so this is not a valid sequence. Okay, indeterminate form this is. So for that, simply we'll say that this is oscillating infinite. Oscillating finitely is nothing but bounded and should not be convergent. But oscillating infinitely is nothing but it is unbounded as well as infinite series. Sorry, not infinite. Unbounded as well as not diverges. Okay, these are the convergent, divergent, and oscillating finitely and oscillating infinitely in sequences. Now we are going to see that series. Okay, so series here onwards very important one. So infinite series. So series is nothing but already you know that 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus and so on. Already people are attending listening classes also. I think series people learned already. So infinite series here. So an expression of the form u1 plus u2 plus and so on plus un plus and so on, where un is a sequence is called a series. So here it is having, we are taking an infinite series. In that nth term we are taking as that is nothing but sequence, and we call that is a series. But that is infinite series. First we have to take it as finite series in the partial sum. If the series is like u1 plus u2 plus and so on plus un, so up to this one, suppose like as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus n, right? So this is a simply we call as finite series, and for that first sum of natural numbers we write it as n into n plus 1 by 2. This is finite one. And if you see it's infinite, so there is no end to that one. So like as what you got it, 1 plus minus 1, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on, n plus and so on. That is nothing but infinite series. The number un is called nth term of the series. So u1 is representing first term, ut is representing second term, un is representing nth term of that series. Next, if a series is finite, if a series is finite, the sum of the series is precisely the sum of its terms. If a series is infinite, we introduce the concept of convergence and divergence of the series and give a possible meaning to the sum of the series. It means that suppose finite series and gone, can you add it or not? Simply I am giving like this 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus 100 plus and so on plus 100. So this is a finite series. Simply what you can write, this is nothing but 100 into 100 plus 1, 101 by 2. We can get the value. Okay, that only they said. If it is a finite series, then the sum only itself we can get it. If it is infinite series, we can't calculate that one, right? Suppose here it is not 100 plus and so on plus up to infinity, I'm saying. Can you calculate it in that case? No, we can't add that. Plus and so on infinity we are saying. Up to 1000, okay, we can add. Up to 2000 we can add, but and so on infinity means we can't add that one. So that's why here it is they are saying that one only. If the series is a finite one, the sum of the series is precisely the sum of its terms, adding only those terms, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, like that. If suppose infinite series, in that case we introduce the concepts of convergence and divergence. By using that concept, we can say we can give conclusion for that infinite series. Okay, or we can say that where it is convergent and where it is divergent, and it means where it is positive one in approaches to a finite one, and where it is approaches to infinity. That one we can say that. So clear about it. It's based on the finite and infinite series. Finite series is nothing but we can add directly, but infinite series we can't add that one. For that purpose only they introduce the concept of convergent and divergent series. Now, so here it is. What is meant by convergence and what is meant by divergent and what is meant by oscillation of a series. And previously what we calculated, that is for sequence, and here it is we are going to see the series. So let summation n equal to 1 to infinity un be the series of real numbers. It means first one infinite series they gave to you. Okay, like as 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus and so on plus up to infinity. That is the infinite series they give. For that, what we have to do it? Let Sn is equal to u1 plus u2 plus and so on plus un. This Sn is called the nth partial sum of the series. It means that we have to take up to nth term. So we can't choose an entire infinite series. From that, we have to choose the nth term. from that series. Okay, so that is the first step. If the series, if the sequence Sn is converges to yes, we say that the series is converges to yes. It means what we chosen the sequence Sn here. Okay, up to nth term what we chosen. If it is converges, then simply we'll say that that entire infinite series will say that converges. In simple example, we can say that boiled rice. Okay, boiling rice is a complete series. Okay, is it possible to check each and every piece of that boiled or not? No, right? So for that, simply what we can do it, we'll collect some pieces from that, right? So 1 or 2 pieces or 3 pieces or 5 pieces or little bit bunch we'll choose and we'll check it that whether it is boiled or not. Okay, after that we'll decide boiled or unboiled, right? So it means if it is boiled, we'll give conclusion for the entire quantity what we are cooking, that is for boiled. Okay, in the same way here, this infinite series is nothing but entire quantity what you are cooking. Okay, in that we are choosing only nth term. It means that we collected only some pieces from the boiling rice. So we are checking that only that pieces. After checking that pieces, we'll give conclusion about that entire series. If that pieces are boiled, then the entire rice is boiled. In the same way here it is, if the sequence is convergent, obviously we can say that the entire infinite series is convergent. Okay, so that only here we are saying that nothing but sample and population we can say that up. So we can't check each and every product of what company is manufacturing, right? So infinite products they may manufacture, but we'll check it 1 or 2 pieces based on the performances. We'll give conclusion about it that product is good. Okay, then we'll decide that product is good, right? In the same way here also same thing. Okay, so we can't check it each and every entire infinite series. For that we'll check some finite series and then we give conclusion for entire series. If it is convergent, convergent. If it is divergent, divergent. Okay, so the number S is called the sum of the series and we write it as this form. And next in the same way, if the sequence divergence, then we say that the series is diverges. Okay. So that only here we say that when convergent and when divergent means already we said that if the limit n tends to infinity Sn is equal to L and L is finite, then it is convergent. If Sn is equal to infinity or minus infinity, then we'll say that is divergent. And next, oscillating finitely is nothing but if Sn does not tend to a unique limit, it means not convergent. Then we say that that is oscillatory. And next is bounded but not convergent, that is oscillating finitely. And infinitely is nothing but unbounded as well as not diverges. Okay, so these are all things we'll say that for series sum. Okay, now let us see that the series k plus plus k plus and so on. So it means infinite series this is. So for that nth term what we are choosing un is equal to k. N terms we chose none. So n terms is nothing but nk. This is the sequence n. If k is positive 1, obviously that is positive infinity. And if it is negative 1, it reaches to minus infinity. It means the entire series is divergent to positive infinity according to as k positive and or k negative. Okay, clear about it. This is the entire infinite series sum. So this is infinite series. So in that nth term is nothing but k. We wrote the sequence Sn up to n terms. So we can add all these things, right? 1 plus 2 plus 2k plus 3k plus and so on plus nk. So that is nothing but nk. So we are finding the limit for this. Limit n tends to infinity nk, right? But we don't know the value of k, right? So k is a constant we said that may be positive or that may be negative 1. But here they clearly mentioned which is not equal to 0. Why? Because if it is 0, 0 into infinity, that is indeterminate. Okay, so for that n into k. So based on the value of k, we'll get the values. If k is positive 1, then we get positive infinity. If k is negative values, then we get minus infinity. So for that, we give conclusion for this one. This is nothing but diverges to plus infinity, and this is diverges to minus infinity. So therefore, we give conclusion for the entire series what they give. So therefore, the series is diverges to positive infinity as well as negative infinity. Based on which one it is changing? Based on values of k. So for that, according as k is positive or k is negative. Based on that, we are giving conclusion. And next, so here onwards we use in problems. So this is here onwards very important one. First test here. So we can say that the test. So geometric series of. So geometric series. Already people got it in your 10th class, I think. Progressions. So those who learned. I think already progressions you learned in your 10th class. Most probably those who came from SSC background. So progressions, arithmetic progression, geometric progression, and harmonic progression. So there it is, geometric progression is nothing but. So different ratio, we'll see that. And next, arithmetic means difference. Okay. So here it is the geometric series. So that is simply we can write this is nothing but summation AR power NM. Summation AR power N. So this is the series. If the series is in the form of this one, it means if you expand the series, we are getting this one or not. N is equal 0 to infinity. N is equal 0 to infinity. If you put N is equal to 0, what will get? A. If you substitute N is equal to 1, AR. If you substitute N is equal to 2, AR square, AR cube, plus and so on. A should be greater than 0. When we say that that is convergent, and when we say that diverges, and when we say that oscillating finitely and oscillating infinitely. So convergent, when we say that here, based on the value of R, we are deciding whether it is convergent or divergent. So if R is lies between -1 to 1, then it is convergent. If it is divergent, when it is R greater than or equal to 1, it means R is equal to 1 as well as R greater than 1. And next, oscillating finitely, if R is equal to exactly -1, and oscillating infinitely is nothing but R less than -1. These are statements you need to remember that. Statements also they may ask that one, state geometric series, state Cauchy-Centru test, state comparison test. Okay. And one more important thing is here, like as first unit, they never mention specifically which test you need to use. So just simply they may ask the question, test the convergence of one infinite series they will give, and that in infinite series you need to identify that coming under which test. Why? Because we have number of tests here. So one is geometric series, comparison test, ratio test, next Cauchy-Centru test, integral test, logarithmic test, Ravis test. These are all 7 tests and P series, I think auxiliary series, total 8. So in that 8 tests, you need to test the series. Okay. So we can't say that just by seeing the question, just for little bit identifications are there. Based on that, we'll go through that particular test. Okay. So ratio test, comparison test, these two are important. And second part is alternating series. Again, of course, so that is alternately positive, negative. We have to convert into positive, and then again we have to apply these tests. There you people will learn Leibniz and absolute and conditionally convergent. So these are the tests we use. Okay. So problems we'll see in tomorrow's class.